He's not even hiding it. He just literally is like, I don't even know what it is. I don't know what's going on, but it scares me, and now it's your problem. Oh, let's hear what Jordan Peterson's Pride Month grievances are.
Having this interview in Pride Month, and so what are my thoughts about Pride Month? Well, the first thing I would say is that you should be very careful what you name things. And
bro, you can't be wearing this fuck ass shirt and be like, oh, the gays in Pride Month. It's like, bro, you need a little bit of homosexuality in your life, big dog. Okay? At least like put on a different suit if we're gonna be talking shit about the queers, okay? I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. What is happening here? What the fuck? That's gallery department.
And pride is not a virtue. And I've brought that up with people before, and their objection always is, well, they don't really mean pride. People are just trying to affirm their own identities. And, you know, fair enough, I suppose, to some degree, but that was the name that was chosen, and that's the name that stuck. And pride is a cardinal sin, and there's a reason for that. And the reason is that pride means something like stubborn refusal to change when evidence of error is accruing, and it's not a good thing. There's a real tinge of narcissism, sexual narcissism, about the whole pride spectacle. And, you know, do people have the right to express their sexuality the way they see fit? To some degree, if it's consensual.
He's like, yeah, only in the degrees that I agree, not if it's gay stuff.
And among adults, but generally among human beings with any degree of civilized comportment whatsoever. It's a pretty damn private affair. We tend to be private in our sexual conduct as a species. And so this isn't exactly private. And it's also the case that identities based on something as narrow as
keep it in your bedrooms,
sexual desire, let's say, aren't identities at all. They're pronouncements of subjection to instinctual whim. And I also have a real problem with the idea of the LGBT plus, etc. community, because it's not a community. And it's especially not a community right now because the trans pushing, gender affirming butchers and liars primarily target young people whose most likely outcome on the sexual front is homosexuality. So the transgender affirming butchers and liars are differentially destroying the youthful gay community. And that's not a community by any stretch of the imagination. And there's a famous conservative thinker, Chesterton, and Chesterton has a concept, the fence. And Chesterton's fence is based on the observation that if you're walking somewhere you don't understand and you come across a fence, you should probably not tear it down because you don't know what it keeps in or out. And the pride movement has torn down a lot of fences, and maybe some of those fences needed to go, but all of them didn't need to go. And there's plenty of monsters coming out to play now. And I would say that's especially true on the transgender affirming side. And that's why we're seeing this butchery in the medical community, abetted by idiot allies and driven by greed. And those aren't the worst monsters that exist. And so if you tear down enough fences, you're going to find out what they're for.
I really do wish you would just cut to the chase. You know what I mean? I wish you would just be like, trans people are groomers or something. Like, I never thought that I would say these words, but it's like, bro, just say it. Like, just, you don't have to take the long way home, you know? Just be like, trans people are weird and they're groomers or something like that. Like, just cut it down. What is this word salad? Well, analytically speaking, the trans affirming care are actually done in a complex scenario of butcheries. It's just like, yeah, dude, just say it's a slippery, yeah, exactly. It's a slippery slope. And also that they're fucking turning the kids gay. That's it. See, I did it. I did it in fucking 3 seconds. That's the point he's trying to make. He's the centrist intellectual. He's not, though. Not anymore.
Now, I read recently, like this week, that support for gay marriage is plummeting. Right.
Where did you read that? That is not a real thing. What the fuck's he talking about? What is he saying? Where is it plummeting, bro? What? Israel. Let's see. Support gay marriage plummeting. Oh, this is it dipped in 2023. Okay. It dipped to 71%. Bro, dude, it's over. Gay rights are over, dog. Wow. Guys, it's done. It's done. It's Jover. Like, not to be, I mean, it wouldn't even matter if it actually did plummet, for the record, like if it actually went down to like 50%, because ultimately that doesn't mean it's correct to be homophobic or transphobic, right? Like, there are plenty of positions that I assume that I advocate for that are not exactly super popular, right? I do it because it's right, not because it's fucking popular. But having said that, on this issue, it is like historically fucking high, man. Like, what are we talking about? What is going on? Share of young adults who supported same-sex marriage declined to 71% last year. Yeah, it went from 69% the year before to 67%. Is Jover. Why would support be the same when we have legalized it? No, it is. It, for the record, yeah, it is. It went up dramatically post legalization, and it's just like stably been around 60 to 70%, which is as close to a fucking which is as close to like damn near every single person as you're gonna get. You know what I mean? Remember, 20% of Americans, you can always find 20% of Americans that will say, I agree with any unimaginably insane thing. Okay, 20 to 30% of Americans will always, no matter what, believe in the most unhinged shit. That is a Hasanabi standard, as you guys know. 30% of Americans will always agree. It can be literally the dumbest thing on the planet. Anyway, 30% of Americans believe Jesus is coming back before 2059. No, it's much higher than that. I'm saying at least 30% of Americans will believe the dumbest fucking thing. 20 to 30% of Americans.
It's like, well, keep pushing. Keep pushing. You're going to lose everything you've gained. And I'm not celebrating that at all. That's not the point.
Why not?
At all. But
oh, he's not. Yeah, it might seem like he's celebrating that, but he's not celebrating that at all, okay? It looks like he's celebrating that, but actually he's not. Please. I promise you he's not. He definitely hates that homophobia is on the rise, which, by the way, by his own metrics is not by a lot, for the record. It's just like people are, 3% less supportive.
like, I'm just done with it. I don't like the flag. I think it's a piece of idiocy. I don't understand why it changed.
Okay, to be fair, I agree with the rainbow color shit. I do think personally the rainbow one is like, it's not aesthetically pleasing. It's not. It's all the colors. Pick a better grouping of colors. Okay? It's just ugly. It's so ugly. It's like you put it on merch, it's like, ugh. Like, at least trans pride has like a decent grouping of colors. Bisexual pride has like a decent grouping of colors. Wait, are you being serious? Oh, dude, you've never heard me say this? I've talked about this quite a bit. This is actually serious. I think that lesbian pride has a decent grouping of colors. I think that the rainbow is just like so ugly, if that makes sense. And it's not even like this isn't even this has nothing to do with like gay rights at all, by the way. It's just simply that when you put all the colors together, it just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't look that good. Yeah, thinking the rainbow is tacky is the gayest thing you can say and therefore strengthens your allyship. Oh no, for sure. It's fully gay of me to be like, it's tacky, because it is. This one slaps. Isn't the point of the pride flag what? Supposed to represent every color under the rainbow? Yeah, no, it is. I'm just saying that like the color palette featuring every color is so tacky. I mean, there's not really much you can do about it. It is what it is. Who cares? But I have talked about this before.
Changes every bloody week. I don't know who makes those decisions. I don't like the acronym and all the mystery surrounding it. I don't like the fact that the LGBT agenda, whatever that is, increasingly dominates the school system. I don't like the fact that it's targeted at young people.
Remember, never forget, all matter of conservative grievances are just something that I made up in my mind and it scared me. I had a scary thought and now it's your problem. Like, he's not even hiding it. He just literally is like, I don't even know what it is. I don't know what's going on, but it scares me and now it's your problem. I'm going to make it your issue, okay? It's so stupid. When you think about it from that point of view, you're like, why are we even having an argument about this? Like, what? So you're saying you got scared? Okay, like a child? Like, cool. The fuck? He doesn't like the history surrounding it? Is it not wanting gay people to be killed for being gay? I mean, I think that is true. He probably wants to return to whatever he thinks is tradition, but which includes like, you know, lynching gay people and stuff. But I think he's just at this stage, he doesn't even know what's going on, but it's very fearful. It's like, oh, okay. I guess we got to deal with this now. I guess this is our thing now. Sorry. Old man imagined a scary future.
And I think the surgery, the gender affirming care movement, I think it is Nazi Auschwitz level awful, that it should not only stop.
Ironic, because that's, yeah, the Nazis also were very, very anti-trans and very anti-gay, just like Jordan Peterson is. And I'm imagining a past where the Nazis were like, this is just like Nazi behavior. We must stop the trans medical research. It's like Nazis. They're just like the Nazis.
Stop. And now, as they've decided to do in the UK and in most places in Europe, but I think all the people that were involved in the surgical transition of minors should be imprisoned. So there's a lot of house cleaning to do on the pride side of things. And I don't believe that a celebration of an identity that encapsulates something like 3% of the population before it became a fad.
Were they even transgenders back then? Chatter, you consistently have some of the funniest questions, which is why I haven't banned you. Yes. Okay. Yeah, of course there were transgenders back then, dude. What the fuck? It's not like an invention. Bro, you really think we invented trans people in like 2013 or something? Like, what do you think? That's so funny. Yeah. In the year 2013, trans people were invented and nothing has been the same. Yeah. Yeah. New gender expansion pack. God knows what will happen by 2025. Ay, ay, ay.
Is inclusive in any manner whatsoever. So I think pretty much all of it's a lie. And it's a dangerous lie. And it's a lie with real monsters hovering on the edges. And so, and like, enough, as far as I'm concerned, enough pride in the churches, enough pride in the bloody banks. I don't want to walk into the Bank of Nova Scotia and be celebrating pride. It's like I want to go and put my money in or take my money out without any political idiocy, and certainly without.
It's just like, okay, I do want to clarify that, like, just because I think the rainbow color scheme is tacky doesn't mean that I have a fucking aneurysm when I see it. This guy's so stupid. He's like, we have to defend Western civilization and I will be the strongest warrior. Also, I had a heart attack when I saw a rainbow colored Nova Scotia Bank logo. These two things don't work side by side, man. You can't be defending Western civilization that's falling while simultaneously be like, I almost died. Oh, God, I love conservatives so much. They're so fucking stupid. That level of drama is, by the way, the equivalent of sucking at least one dick gay, okay? I saw something that I didn't like and I almost died. Do you understand me? I died. Hello? He's so dramatic. I was murdered.
Without any celebration of sexuality. I don't know what the hell the banks think they're doing. And the churches, well, that's just for the churches to be flying pride flags. It's like pride is the cardinal Christian sin. Right. So what the hell? What's going on with the flags exactly? What exactly are you celebrating here? Tolerance. It's like, yeah, tolerance of vice is not a virtue, and pride is a vice.
There is no greater testament to like Western supremacist attitudes than thinking that what he's doing right here is any different than any number of like LARPing Salafist UK Muslim podcasts talking about fellas, women, pride. What the fuck is pride? Yeah. Wallahi, bro. It's just like he has the garb on, so you just analyze it fundamentally differently. You know, you just look at it very differently than like something that you would see on memory TV, you know? He's speaking English and he's wearing a ugly ass suit, but a suit nonetheless. And therefore, this is actually riveting discourse and totally different than like some fucking weirdo fundy.
Jordan Peterson has been a very controversial figure for a long time. In September 2016, Jordan Peterson expressed concern on YouTube about the development of a federal amendment to add gender identity and expression to the Canadian Human Rights Act. This would make it illegal to stop someone from getting a job or discriminate against them in the workplace based on the gender they identify with or outwardly express. Peterson claimed the law was an infringement of free speech and said that he would refuse to use any pronouns other than he or she. His views sparked protests across Toronto University's campus. In an interview in April 2018, he doubted the science behind climate change. He said that most of the global warming posturing is a masquerade for anti-capitalists to have a go at the Western patriarchy. That's partly why the climate change thing for me is a contentious issue, because you can't trust the players, you can't trust the data because there is too much ideology involved. Jordan Peterson said this. Jordan Peterson has also been criticized by climate scientists after claiming climate models were mostly useless. Peterson had badly misunderstood how models work. They said, with one saying, he sounds intelligent, but he's completely wrong. The criticism appears to have done little to discourage him from wading in even further. Peterson has also interviewed MIT meteorological professor Richard Lindzen, a well-known veteran of contrarianism among climate science deniers. In that interview, Peterson argued and Lindzen agreed that the putative contribution of carbon dioxide to global warming might be swamped by the margin of error of the contribution of another important greenhouse gas, water vapor. But according to many experts, that's not true. For more than half a century, laboratory measurements, balloon measurements, and detailed radiative transfer calculations have been able to calculate the greenhouse effect of both CO2 and water vapor to within a few percent. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, and thanks for watching.